Oh, and another thing the world is on the verge of is World War III. In fact, it's basically already started. I'll get into that probably in a bit. It actually started decades ago. It's not going to look anything like World War II. But remember when everyone was like, if Trump becomes president, he's going to start World War III. Well, Biden is like doing it all over the place. 2018, this president is going to start World War III. 5 years later, this president is going to start World War III. But like I said, it really has already started. Like basically the people, especially in the US, have been under attack for like 100 years by their own government. World War III isn't going to look like anything like World War II. It's mostly going to be like what Satan Claus says. A lot of it's going to be cyber. They're getting ready for that right now. A lot of it's going to be biological weapons. They've been doing that for the last 3 years. And a lot of it's going to be like weather weapons and stuff like that. Like even that earthquake that happened in Turkey. There was so many Western countries, like almost all of them withdrew their diplomats the day before the earthquake, like they usually do. And then there was all kinds of strange clouds. Right before the earthquake, red circular clouds. And then the earthquake was insane in size and scope. Like massive crevices that were like 100 feet apart. And shaking like I've never seen. Like it looked insane. So it most likely is HAARP, because Turkey has not been going along with all this NATO type stuff. And so they kind of decided to give Turkey a message warning. And that's basically what it was. And that's like not for sure, I don't know for sure, but highly likely, especially with them pulling out all their diplomats the day before. Like you can just see their fingerprints all over these things. They don't even really try to hide it. And so that's going on. And then of course there's the whole Ukraine-Russia thing, which is going to turn into World War III. It really already is. So this is gonna get insane. But your average person's watching like a war balloon from China and getting all worried about it. And then as soon as that ended, all of a sudden, well, first of all, then there was a ton of train derailments, which I have to mention. Like the US is like a third world shit country. Like if you haven't noticed, like I rarely go there anymore. I'm just like, this is too much of a toll. Nothing works. The infrastructure just hasn't been fixed in like 100 years. Like that's the state of most of the US. Meanwhile, in China, it's all these like 300-mile-an-hour high-speed trains. And so they had a derailment, which actually the butt geek, his name's perfect, his name's Butt something, came out and said, oh, it's not a big deal. There's actually 1,000 derailments per year in the US, which makes total sense once you see their infrastructure. So he's like, yeah, if you're really worried about this one derailment, you should know there's like 1,000 of them a year. That's how bad it is. But this one had like heavily toxic chemicals. And apparently the government decided just to blow it up, causing basically a mushroom cloud, which is in the main agricultural area of the US. It's going to poison a lot of the ground and a lot of the water. So that's another form of World War III that just continues to go on. And there's been so many since, like he was saying, there's 1,000, so there's been a few more just in the last couple of days. And all kinds of factories exploding. Basically, the US is under attack and they have no idea. They're just mesmerized watching the Super Bowl with their satanic performances.